Hello and welcome into the first Rewind show of the 2023 season. I'm Garth Allen. This is Racing News Now, and this is the NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series Rewind show for the NextEra Energy 250 from the Daytona International Speedway. It feels so good to be able to say Craftsman Truck Series again. Hello, old friend. It's good to have you back. It just feels right to be able to say Craftsman Truck Series. Do you agree with that? I think that is one of the best off-season changes we've had. Just quality of life improvements for the NASCAR community, bringing back the Craftsman Truck Series. I know you haven't seen a lot of me over the off-season. Speaking of that, it has been a very hectic off-season. There hasn't really been anything here on R&N. There's been a couple episodes of our new podcast, Rookie Stripes, here for the past couple weeks. So if you haven't seen that, Wednesday, 6 p.m. every week will be when those premiere. That's where you're going to get most of my opinions this year, not on rewind shows. We're going to keep these very analytical and statistical when talking about the races and what happened with them, and then you'll hear more of my thoughts on what happened in the races on Rookie Stripes when I'm talking with Tyler on there. So 6 p.m. on Wednesdays is when the video version will premiere on here. The audio version most weeks should be up before that on your favorite podcasting platform. We are available on all of your favorite podcasting platforms. There will be a link down below in the description if you are curious and want to follow the podcast on whichever podcasting platform you prefer. But this is not Rookie Stripes. This is the Truck Series Rewind Show. So let's talk about the NextEra Energy Resources 250 from the Daytona International Speedway. Unfortunately, we were not able to make it to the scheduled race distance in this race. Only went 79 laps. We missed about 50 miles. Unfortunately, we never really got a good rhythm going in this race. 3 caution flags total for rain, one of them bringing out the red flag and eventually ending the race, but we had 2 in the very beginning as well, and we never really got a good rhythm going in this race. The longest green flag run, I believe, was only about 12 laps, so we really never got a lot of good racing in this race. Everybody was jockeying for position, so there were good spurts of racing, but the problem is when everybody's jockeying like that and being crazy, you're going to have a lot of wrecks, and we did have a lot of wrecks. So between stage breaks, rain, and wrecks, we never got a lot of green flag racing in this race, and that was unfortunate because I think we could have gotten a very stellar, very entertaining race without the wrecks, but that's what we've come to expect with the Truck Series, and especially at Daytona. So let's talk about, we're not going to do full-on caution reports anymore per se. We're going to highlight the more highlightable cautions. Is that a word? Highlightable? We're going to show you the more important and ones that I feel that you will want to see. So first off, we're going to take you to the end of stage 1, the final lap and a half, coming to the green and white checkers at the end of stage 1, because there was some very good racing coming to that green and white checkered flag at the end of stage 1. So we'll start off here with about a lap and a half remaining in stage 1, coming off of turn 2. Some very good racing coming to this stage finish. Christian Eckes, Matt Crafton side by side for the lead. Eckes has Matt DiBenedetto pushing. Crafton has Ty Majeski pushing. Majeski gives Crafton a huge push down the backstretch. I'm surprised NASCAR didn't call this for locking bumpers, but hey, make them make the call, and if they don't make the call, you've just made a great move. So good on Majeski for making this move, pushing Crafton and himself clear of Eckes. Then, though, he's going to get a run here off of turn 4 to the outside, going to take the lead himself. Eckes is going to follow, as well as DiBenedetto, squeezing his way in there in front of Haley Deegan. Majeski is going to clear back into the lead. Eckes is going to try to slide to the bottom with him, but not quite going to have the room to get there. So Crafton and Eckes now side by side for second, coming through turns 1 and 2 for the final time in stage 1. Eckes gets a really good run here off of turn 2, which is kind of surprising, as DiBenedetto never really gets to his bumper here. But he's going to have a really good run on Majeski as Majeski falls back to Crafton. Crafton gives him a shot here down the backstretch. DiBenedetto gives Eckes a shot into turn 3. Eckes gets a little squirrely, almost loses it. This could be the end of the stage here. Eckes comes down to try and side draft Majeski, and Majeski almost loses it. Eckes now clearly out in front, no competition. Eckes wins stage 1. Now, I think if Majeski had not almost lost it coming off of turn 4, he would have been your stage winner, or if not, we'd had a very close finish, maybe even a photo finish between him and Eckes for that stage win. First caution of the night for an incident came at lap number 30, so we only went 5 green flag laps after we got back racing in stage 2 before this happened. One thing that really stuck out to me on the night as a whole was how unstable trucks were in the middle. If you did not have a good handling truck, it was going to be very hard to hold on to your truck in the middle lane, and that is exactly what happened to Clay Greenfield here. As we come off of turn number 4, down into the tri-oval, he's going to essentially bounce off the air between the truck on the outside and the truck on the inside. He never actually makes contact with either one of them, but it breaks him loose. He collects a lot of other trucks here. Daniel Dye is involved, Dean Thompson, Haley Deegan, Matt DiBenedetto, Tanner Gray got a piece of it as well. Lots of trucks involved in this one that could have been race win contenders, but got caught up in this one very early in the race. Second caution for an incident came at lap number 41. Final lap of stage 2. This would be the caution that would end stage 2. We're coming off of turn number 2. Tyler Ankrum is your leader, getting pushed by Chase Purdy. Stuart Friesen's got a big run on the outside, pushed by Ben Rhodes and Christian Eckes. Now, as we come down the backstretch here, you're going to see Eckes give Rhodes a big shove here. He's going to take that to the outside, seeing a possible stage win, and unfortunately, Friesen goes for the block and sends him into the outside wall. A bunch of other trucks collected here as well, including both of the CR7 trucks of Cody Robaugh and Colby Howard. This would end the second stage, though, and give the stage 2 win to Tyler Ankrum. Third and final wreck of the night came at lap number 59. So we got about 12 green flag laps here, and I believe this was the longest green flag run of the night. Coming through turns 1 and 2 again, getting loose in the middle is Raja Caruth this time between Corey Heim and Zane Smith. Loses it in the middle, collects a number of other trucks, including Daniel Dye, Matt DiBenedetto. Tanner Gray got a piece of this one as well. A number of trucks involved yet again. That would be the end of the night for a number of other trucks as well. Final caution came at lap 69 for rain. They tried to get it back going. We ran a lot of laps under caution. They red flagged it for an hour. As soon as we thought we could get the race back going, it turned out the rain picked right back up as soon as they got back out on the track. And unfortunately, that would be the end of it. Zane Smith was your leader when the final caution came out, and he would be your back-to-back winner of the NextEra Energy 250. Won this race last year, wins it again this year. Last year, his win in this race started off his championship run. Could this be a start of a back-to-back championship run for Zane Smith? It is very possible. Tanner Gray, somehow, after getting caught up in 2 accidents on the night, came home in the second position, seemed to have a very fast truck at the end, even with the damage. Christian Eckes came home in the third position. I feel like he might have had the best truck on the night, was a great pusher, and was really good at getting pushed. I think he had the best truck out there, and unfortunately was not able to get to the end of the race and show that he could be a race winner. I feel pretty good about my pick in this one, though. If you saw Rookie Stripes this week, you saw that I picked Christian Eckes to win this race. He didn't come home with the dub, but I feel confident in saying that I think I picked the best truck on the track. Colby Howard, even after his 2 wrecks, came home in the 4th position, and Grant Enfinger rounded out the top 5. Rest of your top 10 were Ty Majeski, Tyler Ankrum, Corey Heim in his debut for Tricon Garage, came home in a solid 8th. Matt Craft in 9th, and Chase Elliott rounded out the top 10 in the 35. For McAnally Hilgeman, not really sure what happened to him. I would have figured he would have been faster than that, given he's Chase Elliott, and as fast as Eckes was, given that Elliott was in also a McAnally Hilgeman truck, I would have figured they would have had similar speed, but Elliott never really was a factor on the night, which was very surprising to me. Notables throughout the rest of the field: Ben Rhodes came home in 11th, Carson Hocevar 12th, Travis Pastrana in his pseudo-practice run for the Daytona 500 came home in 13th, Sammy Smith in the 14th position in his run for Tricon Garage, filling in that 17 for Taylor Gray. Matt DiBenedetto came home in the 20th position. Corey Heim had a fast truck on the night in the Spire number 7, but unfortunately fell to 23rd at the end. Nick Sanchez started on the pole, but faded late for a 26th place finish. Raja Caruth landed 29th after his late wreck. Daniel Dye in 30th. Haley Deegan landed in the 35th position after her early accident, and Dean Thompson, shotgun on the field, out from that same incident in the 36th position. Quick look at your points because they are different than what the race results show. Zane Smith, of course, is top of the board because of his win. Christian Eckes, though, tops the points category, 5 points over Matt Crafton, 9 over Ty Majeski, and 10 over Tyler Ankrum. Tanner Gray, Grant Infinger, Colby Howard, Ben Rhodes, and Carson Hocevar, the rest of the top 10 in points, leaving Daytona. That's going to be about it for this NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series Rewind show. Short, sweet, to the point. That is the point of the Rewind shows this season. Like I said, you're not going to hear as much of my thoughts on these shows, as that is what Rookie Stripes is for now. So tune into Rookie Stripes on Wednesday if you want to hear what I thought of this race, my opinions of things that happened in this race. And you won't just hear about this race. You'll hear about ARCA, you'll hear about Xfinity, and you'll hear about the Cup race, all in that one show. So Wednesday, 6 p.m., tune in for Rookie Stripes, or download it on your favorite podcasting platforms. The link is down below in the description. The audio version should be out before Wednesday at 6 p.m. So you can hear my thoughts before then if you want, and you can hear Tyler's thoughts as well. Sometimes his thoughts are more interesting than mine, let's be honest. But that is going to be about it for tonight. Should be an ARCA Rewind tomorrow. Not sure if I'm going to have time to do an Xfinity Rewind or not, because I'm having to do these after work at night, so not sure if I'm going to have time for an Xfinity Rewind also, but there will definitely be an ARCA Rewind tomorrow night. Should be a Daytona 500 Rewind Sunday night as well. So keep an eye out for all of that leading up to the what is turning into the premiere show on RNN, or you would think it would be as much as I'm talking about it, the Rookie Stripes podcast on Wednesday. So thanks for hanging out, y'all, and sticking around to the end, and we will see you tomorrow for the ARCA Menard Series Rewind show for their season opener from Daytona. At that, I'm Garth Allen for Racing News Now.